Hiya, Joe, old boy.
The moment you accept the paycheck, your brain goes dead. He says, as long as you're hungry, you'll think.
Because you need a job, because you're in debt, because you have credit cards, because you have student loans, because that's what everybody does. And so you do it too. That's what's wrong. Let them figure it out on their own.
Many people are working in jobs that don't do anything for the world or the company they're working for. One of the qualifications is that it's really kind of a worthless job. It's not really doing anything. If you really want to torture a person, not only give them like the job of pouring a glass of water in an empty glass and pouring it back, but then add to it that they have to deceive their boss into thinking that they're like doing an important job or they lose their jobs.
Everyone has a different personality. They have different interests, different things that they would be really satisfied pursuing. That's not encouraged. What's encouraged is go find some place that you can shove yourself into. Go find a square hole that you can stick your round peg and just jam it in there and shave down the top and the bottom so you slide in with all this extra space on the sides and feel like shit for the rest of your life.
How many people here work somewhere but really want to have their own business or hustle? Raise your hands. A lot. Let me tell you why most of the hands that just went up will never get there. They buy dumb shit. Do you know how many people here literally drive cars to impress people that they fucking hate? People literally going in debt or getting further from leaving the job they don't like to do something that will make them happy because they have to buy a certain car that has a logo that impresses people that they fucking despise. Do you understand how fucked up that is? Do you know how many people here live in homes where they don't use more than half the rooms in the house? Why you are living your life based on other people's opinions.
I can easily fall into self-seeking and depression and self-pity and judgment. It's a bit of a default, awful, destructive behavior. You're entertaining in your head.
You know, I think that a lot of people that are really great at things, they're not very satisfied with their work. And then that can start that cycle in their head of self-loathing and anxiety and anger at their performance or their work. And then that can lead to depression. That can lead to just self-hate. I think we could all fall into those. I'm ruthlessly self-critical. I mean, for me, sometimes it's very hard to step outside and just take a pause and recognize that not everything's going to be right the first time you try it.
6 years at a job I felt stuck in. Maybe I was afraid of change. I hated that job, and I clung to that job. My dream of running a theater company with my friend had died. So I had no heat, no girlfriend, no acting agent. At 29, walking away from data processing, I was terrified. What I didn't have was cash, a bank account, a credit card, or an apartment. I just had debt. Big, hungry, growing larger every moment debt. But this made me very hungry, literally. I couldn't be lazy.
Can't do that, I don't have time. Because it's an escape. It's an escape, you know what I mean? It's easy to say I can't afford it. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I can't go to the gym. You know, when you could go to the gym, but no, I can't. Truth is, I'm just too lazy to go to the gym.
I told myself, the next acting job I get, no matter what it pays, I will, from now on, for better or worse, be a working actor. Soon something starts to happen. Trust me. A rhythm sets in. And I've worked as an actor ever since. The world might say you are not allowed to yet. Please, don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it.
The thing is that we become creatures of our own habits. And until we break the habit, we don't change.
I think there's a lot of people out there like that, and for some awful reason, they never find whatever it is that can break them free. They never catch a ride on that river out. And I realized that like these unconventional paths, they brought me something that I wasn't getting from regular life. From then on, I'd kind of like locked into this thing where I'm just gonna do what I like and fuck what everybody says, because everybody's giving me advice to do this and advice to do that, and it never seems to be what I want to do.
And I was like, so if nobody knows, then I have to trust me. I have to know for me. Nobody's happy who doesn't get to be themselves.
What do you really appreciate? What's important to you? And what's really important to you? Because you don't have forever, right? So what is important to you? Because you only have 24 hours in a day. So what's important to you? Chase what you're trying to do. You have to take a path that's dangerous. You have to plan it out, to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan, and you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that your life depends on it.
I hate Plan B. And I tell you why. Because we have so many of those people that say no and you can't do it, that's impossible. But when you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my plan doesn't work, I have a fallback plan, I have a plan B. And that means that you start thinking about plan B, and every thought that you put into plan B, you're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A. I'm telling you, I've never ever had a plan B. I say I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go and be a bodybuilding champion. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna get in the show business and I'm going to be a leading man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work. I will do the work over and over and over until I get it.
I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you say to yourself, hey man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, you know, but I can't let you eat that, because if you eat that pizza, you're gonna feel like shit, you know, and I love you too much to let you eat that. You forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior.
I failed in bodybuilding. I lost bodybuilding competitions. I lost powerlifting competitions. I lost weightlifting competitions. I had movies that went in the toilet and that were terrible and got the worst reviews. We all fail.
Next is Jordan the reverse again.
It's okay. What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner.
Because everybody has dreams, but nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not gonna be like that. But if you don't believe, nobody else is gonna believe. People come along because your belief is so insane. Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And you gotta be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe. You gotta be fearless, you gotta be relentless. You gotta take your shot.